Okay, so Spirit led me to go through my other channel. First of all, Adupu, Alafia, good morning, great tidings, grand rising. It's 4 o'clock in the morning. Spirit led me to go back through my other channel. They told me to put the channel messages that I have on that page, on the page with the most subscribers on it, because those are messages that apply for this year and possibly the next 2 to 6 years from now. So they told me to go back through it and listen, and come to find out, it applies to how ICE is rounding up people, and they are sending people away, and they're rounding up the homeless people, and they're sending people away, and they're doing all this other stuff. So the message is, one, the message is, okay, so you know how, like, for the past 2 to 3 years, I was homeless, and I kept singing the Super Mario song up until about the time I got this apartment. And the Super Mario song isn't applying to the game, it's applying to the movie. Remember how in the movie they was underground, they was in tunnels, and they had Goombas, they had lizard people. You'll hear me in the one channel message say, I said lizard people. So I kept having dreams about lizard people, right? Dreams about lizard people in the mountains, dreams about lizard people on campuses of colleges, dreams about lizard people walking through the streets, so on and so forth. Turns out they're not lizard people. They're homeless people, or people that don't have citizenship. And Spirit led me to understand this because I haven't been humming or singing the song since I got into this apartment. So, in other words, ICE is sitting here rounding up men, women, and children that are homeless. They are also rounding up people that don't have citizenship here, and they're sending them back. So, long story short, my ancestors were trying to alert me that, one, if I don't have the proper staying place, I might be rounded up. Okay? So that's what they were trying to tell me, that I was a lizard person, a Goomba. Now, I kept seeing on YouTube as of recent how they have these underground cities, right? That, people usually used to pick on in the late 2000s. It's in your Saint Row, your Grand Theft Auto games. You know how they tell you to go find the caves. You end up running into these Easter egg missions, and it's of lizard people or mole people or aliens frozen in the rivers or underground tunnels. That type of shit. That's what they're showing me. That's what they were trying to tell me through the games, the theme songs and stuff like that. Okay, so long story short, they had me dream about another dream where it was a long ass street, and there was like 15 or 16 people on one side, 16 or 15 people on the other side, and it's like a line had been drawn all the way down the street, right? 16 to 15 people on this side, 16 to 15 people on this side, in a line going straight down the street. Now, Spirit led me to understand that even though they look like gangs on both sides, here's the difference that they showed me recently. On one side, it's the police officers, the ICE agents. They got the KKK that they say have been rounded up. They want me to think that that is a gossip standard. But we already know that in regular police force, there's ex-gang members, there's ex-drug dealers, there's ex-con artists, there's ex-KKK, there's ex-Panthers, there's all types of stuff that they might have rounded up for the ICE agency. So even though you got some good police officers, there's some bad police officers. And that's what they want you to be careful of. They also showed me likewise that on the other side, that even though it looks like gangs on both sides, there's homeless people. But inside homeless people line, in the homeless people line, you don't know whether you're coming across drug dealers, you don't know whether you're coming across pedophiles, you don't know whether you're coming across, junkies, you don't know whether you're coming across the man that just lost his whole house and his whole family due to something like, a hurricane or like a tsunami or like an earthquake or a wildfire. You see what I'm saying? So Spirit said be mindful of both sides, because there's good people on one side and there's good people on the other side. But there's also bad people on one side and bad people on the other side. Now, they mindfully told me there's ICE agents, there's bounty hunters, there's normal, everyday police, and there's the KKK. So be mindful, because there's fanatics on the police side that are looking to take out your black children, your Mexican children, your East Indian children, your Native American children. See what I'm saying? There's the ICE agents that want to help you be placed because you are homeless. They want to help get you into these underground cities. They want to help you find a job. All I can hear is, what are you good at? And I hear some people saying, well, I could be a model, or I'm good at numbers, I'm good at banking, and they're going through work history, if they can find your work history and status, right? Some of these people have been homeless since birth and they've grown up on the streets, so they might not have any work history. So it's all about what you are good at, okay? But be mindful of that. But you also got in a police side that there's still traffickers, right? So let's be mindful. Let's be real. I'm not saying nothing wrong. Nothing I'm saying is a lie. Don't come for me. Okay? I know black and blue and white. I got that. I understand. I'm right along with you. I'm here for the good ones. The ones that want to see people succeed. I once said one time, I don't want to be on the side of the therapist, and I don't want to be on the side of the person that needs therapy. I don't want to be on the side of the police force, and I don't want to be on the side of the people that's on the streets. You want to know why? Because the people that are the police officers and the therapists, they are no better than the ones that they are sitting here trying to denote, because as time goes on, that shit gets stuck in the minds of the police officers and in the minds of the therapists. And it sinks and it settles and it festers. So understand, I'm on nobody's side. I'm as biased as a cat can possibly get. If you know the story of a cat, you know that she's not one for either side. She is the playing field. She is not the chess pieces. She is the board. Okay? She's not people in the building coming and going that are bad or good. She is the building. She is the temple. Okay? She's as biased as she can fucking get. That's what I'm trying to remain at. Okay? I'm no better than you or the other or likeness therein of. So I want you to understand. This is what they're showing me. Be careful. Spirit said, stay off the fucking sidewalk. If you ain't got no business being on the street right now, don't be out. I know I want you to live. I want you to have fun. Carry your identification with you at all times. Be mindful of those bad police officers. Please. Because I'm hearing some people are getting caught up with bad police officers, and they're just sitting here saying, oh, you don't have a license, you don't have a passport, we're taking you anyway, and you'll be put into a homeless camp society. Carry your shit on you, okay? Have a duplicate. Have one that's hidden. Have the other one that's in plain sight, okay? This is what they led me to say. Because I hadn't been made to be homeless by now, I might have would have been already out of the States, traveling. And they keep saying something about losing a passport, losing the passport. And God led me to understand, this is the message that I received for myself. God led me to understand that if I had taken that plane trip, if I had had that passport, somebody might have got me caught up by now. Saying I didn't have this and that and the third, and then taking my passport. People cross the border all the time, and they cross them with fake people. They cross them with fake friends. They cross them with fake family members. They cross them with people that don't love them. Okay? Understand this. I'm not saying that that's my case. I'm just saying that at the end of the day, this would have been the likely understanding of losing a passport, or losing an ID, or losing a license. Be mindful. Be careful who you're going with. Be careful who you're traveling with. Be careful who loves you, because not everybody that loves you is there for you. Okay? So, then they say, a lot of stuff, man. There's a lot of stuff that happened. You'll hear about it. There's going to be bounty hunters out there looking for people that have records that are within the homeless camps that are just hiding. They are using Street Savoir-Faire, Skid Row, to hide. This is the reason why I said this ICE, there's bounty hunters, there's marshals, there's all of that out there. I don't know what flew through me, but when I tell you, usually I sing that song, today's not an issue, today's not an issue. Okay, so my mind went straight to issue, and say, okay, issue, who's the suspect? What we got for today? That's how my mom put it instantly. Usually I get to singing the song and be like, today's not an issue, and issue will stop me and say, oh, there's an issue today. No, my mind went straight for it. Hey, issue, who's the suspect? This is when they decided to clarify. Get all your channel messages off the other page, put them on the page you have that's got the small amount of subscribers on it, and let them hear. Okay? There's been a lot of shit going on. They said go in order and post. Okay? They will be marked timeless so that you can understand what was on the other side is now on this side. Timeless first channeling, timeless second channeling. That's how I'm going to word it. And any clarification therein, it will be marked with one of these videos like what I got, with the actual video that I had already posted on another channel. So you got more videos coming to you, so stay tuned. Like, share, subscribe. But otherwise, they said stay your ass off the street. If you ain't got no business being out at the strip club, then don't go to the strip club. Stay safe. If you still going to the strip club, okay, be mindful. Not everybody at the strip club is there on their own free will. Be mindful. Okay? Be mindful. I want to see everybody make it home safe. My mom was so distraught as a homeless person living in my car for 3 years. I never told nobody. My own family members don't know. Y'all on YouTube know more than my family members know. Real talk. And I kept it that way because if I had told somebody, I wouldn't have floated. I wouldn't have swam. I wouldn't have been put to the test by God and all his angels. I would have sank, and I would have already been back with family members. I would have never succeeded in getting my very first own apartment. This is what I'm trying to tell you. Sometimes you can't tell everything. Sometimes you got to just button the fuck up. Do you understand me? We live in a society today where not everybody is your friend. Not everybody that is a loved one loves you at the moment. And we live in a society where spirit flows through people, principalities, and causes them to wrestle against flesh and blood. This is what I know. When I was going into homelessness, Spirit said, delete everything. But some things didn't sound right to me. See, this is where you got to delineate what God is trying to tell you, what is principalities, and what is the devil all out trying to destroy you. And this is what I learned in the past 3 damn years. This is the reason why I said there's some good God-fearing spirits that most people call and demonize. And then there is some bad spirits which should have been demonized. Sometimes or another, it's just the frequency changing up. So since I was on the level of what most people would call depression, as a homeless person living in their car, I was on that frequency to where God had showed me this is what it sounds like. Okay, this is what it sounds like. This is who is protecting you. Do not fight so much. And then I delineate. When I tell you, but that's a story for another day. If you don't already know, go back and listen to the points of which I talk about the Tajoros. It'll clarify real quick how frequency happens, especially when you're a country girl and you've been sheltered most of your life. That be me. Okay? So just understand, pay attention. And if you ain't gotta be out on the street, don't go. I know there's a lot of people like me that will hang out on the street with homeless people, or a lot of people that like to serve homeless people, or a lot of people that like to do charity work, or a lot of people that like to do this, that, and third. Be mindful. You don't want to get rounded up with them and with the police officers that are trying to do them good, and mess around and come across a lot of these motherfuckers that ain't trying to do them good. How many times have we had black people getting killed because of these, roundups, or because police are moving around doing too much? Not necessarily doing too much, but are doing stuff to like try to keep the streets clean. And they fuck around and they kill somebody that didn't need to be killed. Okay? So just be mindful. I love you. Well, I love you as much as a sister or brother in Christ. That's the greatest understanding I could give you, as biased as I could be. I'm going to go ahead and break down this prayer. Please forgive us for our trespasses, for we wrestle against flesh and blood. We wrestle against principalities and not flesh and blood. Let us not be caught wrestling against flesh and blood, because a spirit shifts so much. Be sturdy in all of our ways, Lord. Adupu miorimion, adupu eshu, adupu ogun, adupu ochosi, adupu rumila, adupu irasum, adupu mimeferin yua, adupu mimeferin oshun. Adupu eshu, adupu lotamir. Something came down through me, said adupu lotamir, adupu olofin, adupu orumila, adupu abatala, adupu ochosi, adupu eshu. Got to the heart things real quick. And that dupu me my friend you are. Well, when I'm trying to tell you. The dupu santissima muerte, please do Do not let our people be put to shame out here for just trying to get off the streets. Keep your minds clear, your hearts clear, your temple as clear as you could possibly get it. Make your words sweet, but do not fall for the absence of harshness. Okay? Don't fall for the absence of harshness, because we do got some slick talkers out here. Okay? I done come across a lot of spirits in my mind that are sweet talkers. And then once I find out what they want, turn out that they was just there to be tricky. So, and it's principalities in high places sitting here functioning. I'm trying to tell you. Sitting here functioning. Okay? So just be careful. If you're walking around with guns, make sure you got your permit. You can conceal the carry. Make sure you know your Second and your First Amendment. Your Second and your Fifth Amendment. So on and so forth. Make sure you know. Stop. Make sure you know that the door is there for you. I know it's wintertime. I know, we have the probability of power going out. Just be mindful. They showed me something else too. Be mindful about standing on the sidewalk. And, police have technology nowadays. They showed me where somebody was using a drone going up and down the cities. When I tell you, they showed me a blue light. They showed it on the internet too. But this shit came down my street in a vision. I'm talking about I'm outside trying to smoke me a cigarette, which I'm getting ready to be stopping soon. And they showed me how this thing took off at about 60, 70 miles per hour going down my fucking sidewalk. And I'm like, the fuck was that? This is in a vision. It didn't, you know how on Instagram they show that one city block where it came down one way and then it came back up, and it's like it just disappeared. Almost like there was a mirror there. Like a force field shield, like mirror. And once it got to a certain point, it just stopped. It kind of like reflected itself in the mirror, and then it just stopped. Okay, so God did the same thing to me. I'm going to tell you, there was a vision of this motherfucker flying out of the woods, flying straight down the damn apartment block, straight down the sidewalk. This is the reason why I said they want me to tell y'all, stay off the fucking sidewalk. I know there's going to be people out and about, but at the late wee night hours, if you're not in one of those cities that don't sleep, stay your ass off the sidewalk. I don't want to feel a spirit trying to pluck a motherfucker back because they on the sidewalk and they about got hit by something that was used to be flying. Now, listen, I hear somebody laughing. If you can only take that TikTok, Instagram, right, with that thing flying down the street and it was blue, let it be on one of them quiet streets. Recognize that you were in the country. Recognize that I'm in the mountains when they showed me my vision. Recognize that I got the woods right here. And this shit come flying down out of the woods and come flying straight down the motherfucking sidewalk. My ass was almost on. It don't make sense to you. How? I said it's not a city that doesn't sleep. How? I mean, it's countryside or a city that's more country or more mountainous, or you know what I'm saying. Listen, I thought it was an Appalachian spirit because it's not the first time I've seen it. I've seen it in these woods up here up the mountain, and it just comes in. You know what they say about North Carolina, in the mountains. The shit went floating on through. But this day, this shit decided to come flying down out of the woods, come flying straight past me. I'm like, butting my lips so quick, flew my ass up the steps so quick. That was real quick. And I live on the 3rd floor. I was like, shut that door, rang that bell, bowed and kept going. All right, I love y'all. I know all of this shit ain't funny. I just want y'all to don't let it weigh so heavy on your heart, okay? Don't let it weigh heavy on your heart, okay? Love you like a sister, brother in Christ. Please stay safe.